welcome to today's lower body workout. Today we're going to be focusing on the glutes. We are still going to work in those quads there as well. Trust me. Today's workout is going to be 3 rounds, but you are more than welcome to rewind and do 4 if you would like to. However, with that being said, if you're doing 4 rounds, you're going to use a little bit less intensity than you would your 3 rounds because you need a little bit more endurance. So for these 3 rounds, and those of you who are going to stick with me on the 3 rounds, I want you to really push yourself. Those second and third rounds are about pushing your level that you're at. I want you to elevate that, okay? This is going to be a quicker workout than normal, so you're able to use more energy in that short amount of time. We'll get her done and you get your day back, okay? Starting with our first movement, you're gonna need dumbbells for this workout, an elevated surface, and possibly a cushion for your knees, because we're gonna be doing some kneeling movements, and I'm gonna show you a variation where you're not gonna be on your knees at all, okay? And then also, if you have a glute band, that would be the time to grab it, okay? Starting with our first movement, I'm gonna show you the movements with the glute band, but you're more than welcome to not use them, okay? All right, going into our first movement, we are starting with our tabletop kickback. So the standard version is gonna be on your knees in this tabletop position. Tummy is tucked in to the spine. Hands are underneath the shoulders. We're locked in place. I have this band around my knees. Okay, if this becomes too hard, and I may have to take this off for this one, if this becomes too difficult, you can just go with a body weight movement. You're still gonna feel it. All right, so starting with our first movement, we're gonna go into a kick back, pushing through the heel, push, squeezing that glute, and then the elbow to the knee. Bring it in, keeping that tension, and release back to center, okay? Starting again, push back, kick up, as if you're pushing the ceiling away. Bring it around, keep it elevated, elbow to knee, squeeze, and back to center. This is your release. Try the other side, push through. Boom, and elbow, bring it elevated the whole time, and back to center. Perfect, belly button to the spine, very important. Squeeze, and release, perfect. So you will notice if you're using the booty band, you're gonna feel it a whole lot more, but you're still gonna feel that activation in your outer thigh, or in your outer glute area, if you are not using it. Next movement we're gonna do our single side tabletop kickbacks. We're gonna go straight into a kneeling curtsy negative. So, just to show you this movement, we're gonna hold onto our chair for stability to make sure that knee doesn't go past your toe, okay? So nice and close. And the big thing with this is imagine you're doing a normal curtsy lunge, but we're going to be resting on the top of your foot, not curling your toes, no, top of your foot. So almost about 90% of the weight is gonna be on this leg here. And that's why we have our chair to help stabilize. It's gonna look like this. We're setting the leg down as if you're going to kneel, okay? But it's a little bit diagonal, and that's why it's a curtsy. And bring it back up, release, and down. Perfect, bring it back up. So you're gonna feel that activation in the outer thigh here. Next, going into our other side, same thing, both legs, and then we're gonna go into our weighted glute bridge. You can do a couple of variations on this if you wanna elevate your upper body, so your hips go further down. You're more than welcome to do that. You can just do it on the ground. I am gonna do the elevated version because I am not glute dominant. So that for me, I'm quad dominant, so it's easier for me to activate my glutes when I can stretch them down a little bit further. So glute band around if you're using it, weight over your hips. We're gonna go down slow. 3, 2, power up and squeeze the glutes together. All right, that is where you're holding just for a second. And push, give me one more good one. You're familiar with this one. Muscle memory is gonna kick in. And squeeze, perfect. All right, so from here, we're gonna go straight into our weighted sumo squat and calf raise. So this one, I'm actually gonna take my band off for because I find that I have a harder time activating my glutes. So you can use single weight or you can use double, depending on how heavy you're willing to go. The biggest thing here is keeping the toes out, slight bend in the knee, as if you are opening the hips. I know it sounds weird. Opening the hips and then squeezing them shut. Okay, so it's not pushing forward. Your glutes are almost turning in. Okay, so it's as if we're opening the hips, squeeze, and then close. Okay, try that a couple more times. Nice, and low, big stretch. Come up, we're gonna come up into a tiptoe, okay? Slight knee bend that whole time and squeeze. The balance bit is gonna kick in here. You're gonna start feeling that as you try to stabilize yourself. The more you have to stabilize, the more muscles you are activating. So by shaking a little bit, that's a good thing. Don't view it as a bad thing, it's a good thing. All right, last two exercises, we have our lifted tabletop to wide plank. So this is very simple. We've done this similar movement to this before. Keeping that nice tight tabletop position, we're gonna lift the knees and we're gonna step out to a wide plank, one at a time. Okay, we're keeping the core tight, we're gonna bring it back in, boom, and boom. Okay, if you really wanna add a level of intensity and impact to this, you can try jumping out, boom, and boom. All right, only if you have that core control to be able to maintain that spine to belly button activation the whole time. We don't wanna lose that just because you're adding a jump too soon. It's still gonna be hard. And then our last movement, you know these well, we're going into our cross toe taps. Nice tuck here, elevate the chest, wiggle into it, and we're gonna reach for that inner heel, bring it back down. If you wanna make this harder, try not to tap the heels. Try to elevate. We're still using that tap as a focal point, but you don't have to tap your toes. You can keep that tight. All right, let's go ahead and get into our first round. You're probably already feeling how this intensity can get up there pretty quick. You're probably already warm. My heart rate's up already. That may be because I talk fast. Starting with our first movement, we have our glute kickbacks. This, I'm going to show you the modified version I mentioned. If you want to use the chair and you don't want to be on your knees, you can be here. However, I find it is more difficult to maintain your core control if you're standing for this position. So if you're able to grab a pillow or a cushion for your knees, and I'd rather you do that than elevate, okay? So starting with our first movement, tabletop kickbacks. I'm gonna start with my right leg in 3, 2, 1. Push through the heel, we're flexing that foot. Keep it elevated, bring it around, elbow, and back, boom. And elbow, perfect. Lift, reset each time. That is going to benefit you because it turns on the muscle and then it turns it back off. And squeeze, perfect. You're there, almost there, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. 10-second rest here. We're gonna hop up, go into our right leg. I just started my right leg, so I'm staying on my right leg for those kneeling curtsy lunges. Knee up to the chair, push through the heel. 3, 2, 1. Go. Reach back, set the toe down. We're not putting pressure on the top of the toes. It's just helping to stabilize and bring it back up. If you have to tuck the toe, then do. Okay, that's totally fine. The goal is to keep most of that tension in the standing leg. Perfect. And last 10 seconds here. Reach as far as you can, good. We're getting the movement down this round. You can intensify a little bit next round. 3, 2, 1, rest, perfect. All right, back on the ground. We're going in for the other side of those kickbacks. 3, 2, 1, go. Push. Keep it elevated. Big squeeze. You're also working in those obliques in there. Give me an exhale. Perfect. Keep it going. You're over halfway. Warming up those muscles. I know you already feel it. You probably feel it in that standing leg a little bit more. So if you would like to switch sides, which one you do first next round, then keep in mind which one you started with this time. 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. All right, now that we've warmed that baby up, we're gonna put some weight on it. Knee to the chair, keep that tummy nice and tucked, and go. Big reach as far as you can. I like to almost hold on to the back of my chair. I like to use my couch for this one because I can pull back a little bit more. This rug is messing me up here. Good. Fifteen seconds, we're almost there. Really feeling that burn. Three, two, one, rest. Woo! The burn is real. All right, next exercise, we're going to do those weighted glute bridges. So we're gonna add a little element here, and I forgot to mention it. We're gonna add a little abduction. So when we're abducting, it's going away from our body. If we're adducting, it's adding back in, so it's inner. Okay, so adducting, we are squeezing out. If you have a glute band, this is fantastic. Even if you don't though, pretend you do, because it's going to activate some of those outer thigh muscles. Going into 3, 2, 1, go. Drop it down nice and slow. Power up and squeeze those knees out. Oh my lordy, I already feel it. Guys, our asses are gonna be on fire. We're gonna be sore tomorrow, but it's gonna be a good burn, okay? Just think how great your butt is gonna look in that pair of jeans you've been trying to get into. Good. And we're not gaming, we are toning, because we're not using heavy weights. I've got a 15-pounder on and I feel the burn. Good, 5 seconds left. Give me an exhale on that lift and rest. Perfect. All right. Next up, we've got our sumo squat. I'm gonna take my band off for that one. If you'd like to keep it on, but you can maintain that good form, that is up to you. And 3, 2, 1, nice and wide, slight knee bend, go. And squeeze, lift. We're going in for that calf raise, so those butt cheeks squeeze together. Come on. Building toned, tight booties, ladies. Let's go, 15 seconds. You've got it, 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, glutes on fire, I love it. We're gonna hit the ground for those lifted tabletops to wide plank. Starting in your tabletop position, suck that belly button into your spine. And 3, 2, 1, go. Stepping out. Keep that tummy tight the whole time. If you wanna switch legs each time, that's up to you. But if you wanna stay with the same side, that's also fine. Whatever works for you. The most important thing is keeping that core tight. Make sure you're breathing deep breaths in as best you can. You've got 10 seconds left. Good. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Good stuff. All right. Staying on the ground for those cross toe taps. In 3, 2, tuck the tummy. Sit back, nice and wide, go. Reach for that ankle and release. Hold at the top, give me that big squeeze. We're working the rectus abdominals, pelvic floor muscles. Those abs, the low tummy abs, fupa abs. Those are what we're working. We're toning the midsection. And hold. Big squeeze, hold. You got it. You've got 10 seconds left. Anybody's arms still feel it from Monday? 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. Round 1 complete. Your sweat better be on already, ladies. We're going into round 2. Put that glute band back on. And 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Let's go. Push through. Boom. Keep the tension. Squeeze. Now that you know the movement, you can be a little bit more intentional. Make sure you're flexing. Woo! Keep it going. That's it. Last 15. Keeping that tension. I know it burns, guys. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! All right, we're up for those curtsy lunges. Rest that heel or front of that foot on the ground in 3, 2, 1, go. Staying on that same leg you just activated. We're burning that baby out. Come on. That lift up is what's doing it, guys. That's why you have stability in your upper body. It's a traveling movement. You're changing direction, multiple planes of motion, multiple muscle groups. It's the max calorie burn right there. Or as I like to call the mirror method. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Perfect. All right, going in for our other side. In our tabletop, and 3, 2, oh my gosh, that glute burns. 1, go. I know that standing leg burns, guys. I am right there with you. We're working together, and we're gonna get through this together. After this, you're gonna be over halfway done with this workout. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun, right? 15 seconds. We're almost there. Let's get a couple more good ones in. Big squeeze, keep that tension. 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I felt that more in my standing leg than I did anything else. Okay, going into our other leg. Lunge, pulling back on that chair, and go. Big shift. Reach that leg as far to the side of the room as you can. Your goal is to get all the way, the knee all the way down, because that lift up is what's really doing it for you. That's it. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is why I said 3 rounds. Okay, I'm just gonna say that now. Especially if you're using a booty band. You might be able to do 4 if you're not. All right, going into our glute bridges. Grab a drink if you need it. I definitely do. And 3, 2, 1. Make sure that chair is about that bra strap line. Lift and abduct. Remember, squeeze out just slightly. Make sure those heels are wide enough. Abs are engaged. Perfect. Excellent. That's what I'm trying to say more. You're gonna hear me slip and say perfect sometimes though. Good. Oh my gosh. Feeling that burn. 5 seconds. Let's go. Then we get a rest. 3, 2, 1 more good one, and rest. Woo! All right. Breathe. We're going in for our Romanian deadlifts next. I'm gonna take this band off. Holy crap. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Romanian deadlift. And squeeze. Back stays flat. We're not arcing here. We're keeping it open. Keep the weight as close to your body as you can. Squeeze. Good. I know your glutes are burning, but this is when I need you to use them the most. Squeeze. Core is tight. We're not arching back. None of that. Keeping it weight in front of you. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. All right. Going in for our lifted tabletop. Our last 2 exercises. In my opinion, these are the easiest ones, but maybe that's just me. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Remember, if you did one leg, Last round. Try the other leg. And if you can't remember which leg you did the last rep, then just do your best. That's where I'm at right now. 10 seconds. Keeping that core tight. If you absolutely need to, you can elevate this movement. If it's getting to that point where you're exhausted and you're like, I can't hold myself up, that's okay. You can adjust, rest. Good, staying on the ground or getting back to the ground. We're gonna go into our cross toe taps. And 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. Give me that exhale, hold at the top. If you can, really big squeeze. It's a little harder when you hold it. 15 seconds. Ooh. Feeling that burn, come on. Inner thighs are working, outer thighs are working. I told you, glutes and hamstrings, but boy, you will feel everything else too. 5 seconds, and 3, 2, 1, rest. Grab a drink. We have one more round to go, unless you choose to rewind and you're not taking a high intensity right now. But if you're like halfway dying and you're like, holy crap, we have one more round, then 3 rounds is good for you, okay? All right, going into, I'm gonna grab my glute band. Round 3, let's go. On the ground, in our tabletop, I'm gonna start with my, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I'm gonna start with my left leg again. That's my weaker leg. We'll even that baby out and go. Squeeze, good. Guys, I am dripping with sweat. I hope you are getting a great workout from this. We are almost done. Excellent. 15 seconds. Good. 10 seconds left. Keep it elevated. I know it's getting tough, guys. We're almost there. Last time for this side. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! All right. Standing up. Into our lunge. In 3, 2, 1, go. Reach it back as far over as you can. Power lift. Getting a lot of energy exerted here. This is our point of impact. Give me that exhale. You got it, Les. You've got less than 20 seconds left. Go at your pace. I know it burns, but we're almost there. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Ooh, mommy. Okay. Okay. Shake it out. Shake it off. Going in for our other side. Tabletops in 3, 2, 1. Standing leg. Oh boy. I already feel it. That's it. Come on. Keep it elevated as best you can. I know it's difficult, even if you're not using a band. 15 seconds. Good. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! All right. Lunges. And 3, 2, 1. Go. That's it. Big reach as far as you can. This is the last time, last side, guys. You're almost there. Finish line is within sight. After this one here, we'll be halfway done with the last set. Imagine that, we're almost there. 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Perfect. Way to glute bridges. And go. Push and squeeze. Whether you have a band on or not, we're still using those outer thigh muscles. Good. Squeezing out. Exhale. Come on, guys, we're almost there. 15 seconds, and then we have our Romanian deadlifts. You get to take that glute band off. Almost there. Finish line is around the corner. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. All right, take that band off. We're going to our Romanian deadlifts. If you want to go heavier this round, would be the time to do it, so long as you can maintain that good form. And 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Tummy is nice and tight, chest is open. We're almost there, 15 seconds. That's it. Last 5. I know it's getting tough. We're at the finish line. 2 more exercises and we're done. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Going into our last 2 exercises. Plank, lift to tabletop to plank. In 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and tight through that tummy. Elevate the upper body if you need to. Keep it going. Here's your modification. Up on those tiptoes, using the core. Last 10 seconds, come on. Three, 2, 1, rest. Flip it over, we've got those cross toe taps. Last exercise, and then we get to cool it down. 3, 2, 1, go. Leaning back. Hold at the top if you can. Seconds. I'm so sorry, that's not 10 seconds yet. My phone screen is cracked. 15 seconds. Apologies. Good. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, take a deep breath in, come into butterfly for me. Rolling those shoulders back, you're gonna take a deep breath in. Exhale. Reaching forward. Hands forward as if you're trying to give somebody a gift. Pushing those knees away from you. Deep breath in. With your exhale, you're gonna fall all the way forward. Release tension. And inhale again. We're gonna come up and scoot the feet out about 3 to 5, 6 inches. And do it again. Extend. Deep breath in. Sitting low into those hips. Exhale and fold forward. Pulling yourself a little bit more into that stretch each time. Deep breath in. So yeah, if you're not totally dead and you did want to rewind and do one more round, then please feel free. You can do this cool down later on. But I feel that most of you may be kind of like me, where you're like, holy crap, that whooped my butt, literally. Bringing one leg forward to a check mark. We're gonna extend this leg as far as you can. And if you're able to, roll onto it. If you're not, you can stay here. That's totally fine. All right, we're gonna make sure we're not up on top of the leg, but that it's in front of us. So you might be here, that's totally fine. Bringing up forward, deep breath in. Exhale, release. we're gonna push back, try and roll onto that hip, even if you are up on your foot, stretching through the hip flexor here. You can hold this stretch, or if you want to intensify it more, you can try bending the knee, or even reaching around. Whatever your level is, that's where I want you, okay? So don't feel pressure to do anything that your body's not ready for. If your level is here and that's enough stretch for you, then that's fantastic. And we're gonna switch sides, come through a plank position. We're gonna check mark that other leg forward and sitting on the hip. Even if you're extending, you have to bend that leg, that's okay. Deep breath in. And push up. Deep breath in. Each exhale, you're extending a little bit further into that stretch. If you'd like to intensify, bring it up. So whatever level you are at, if it's here, if it's like way up here, that's crazy, but great for you. Good. And we're gonna do one more stretch. Come back through plank for me. Drop the hips forward into cobra. Deep breath in. I want you to open the feet so you can really feel that stretch through both of your hip bones. So both hip bones can rest on the ground. The hips are slightly open. So you feel more of that stretch through your hip flexors, psoas. And bring it down. Pull through child's pose. Sit back into it. Deep breath in. Final deep breath. And rest. Good. All right, fantastic job today, guys. That one whipped my butt. I hope it did for yours as well. And that will be feeling me. You'll be thanking me when you go to walk up the stairs or sit on the toilet tomorrow, all right? Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Check out Saturday's full body workout sometime this weekend. Fit it into your schedule to serve your body. Not to put pressure on it or add stress, but to serve it, okay? So see if you can fit that in somewhere. Also try and get some self-care in there as well. I will see you all next Monday. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that wraps it up for today's lower body workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to this channel for more workouts and podcasts, as well as checking out the social media accounts. I will link the accounts in the description box below. You can join the Facebook, like the Facebook page and catch my Facebook lives. And you can also check out my website for more information on memberships. Remember to be the impact in the world around you this week, and I will see you next time.